We're going to begin our unit on trigonometry, or right triangle geometry, by identifying the parts of a right angled triangle and then moving on to the Pythagorean theorem. A right angled triangle can be identified by the one corner that is a 90-degree angle. Usually it's labeled by a square such as this, or it is labeled 90 degrees, but if it's not, the human eye can usually identify that right angled corner as construction and the corner of a piece of paper, and a right angle is used all over the place. But if you want to identify it for sure, you can use a protractor, line it up with the middle there, and see that it is a 90-degree angle. As we see there. The other angles clearly are not angles. By putting the center of the protractor on the corner and seeing that this one is 35 degrees. So we can clearly see which side is, or which corner, sorry, is the 90-degree angle in this one. The two sides on either side of it are here labeled A and B, and together can be called the legs of the right angle triangle. More importantly, the side opposite the 90-degree angle is called a hypotenuse, and it is usually labeled side C. The hypotenuse will be an important side of a triangle as we move forward in trigonometry. For now, we're going to use a ruler to measure the side of measure the sides of this triangle, and this one is a 10 centimeter side. And the other side is about a 7 centimeter side. So for simplicity, we're going to call this 7 centimeters, and this side, B, will be 10 centimeters. To find the length of the hypotenuse, or side C, we are going to substitute these two numbers into the Pythagorean formula here. Once we have substituted 7 in for A and 10 into the B spot, we can use algebra to determine what C equals. Now remember, 7 squared, 7 to the power of 2, is not 7 times 2. It means 7 times 7, which we know to be 49. And 10 squared, or 10 to the power of 2, is 10 times 10, which would be 100. And we can add 49 plus 100 to get 149, which equals C squared. So now we know that C squared equals 149, but what does C equal? Well, to know that, we have to know what the opposite of squaring something is. And the answer is square rooting something. The square root of C. The square root of C squared is C. And the square root of 149 is is 12.2 as determined from a scientific calculator. So we now know that the length of the hypotenuse is 12.2 centimeters. That is how you use the Pythagorean theorem to find the length of the hypotenuse. Now there are other strategies to find. The algebra is different when you have to find A or B, and we will go over that in the next video.